What's going on, everybody? Cam, Todd, and we are here modifying our subframe. So you guys know it's a budget build. We're trying to trying to do it under 5K, but you know, if we can't, then we can't. But it'll still be definitely way cheaper than a lot of the other LS Swap Miatas that are on YouTube. So we're gonna modify our stock subframe. So what we got now is we're starting to kind of like plan out our cuts along here. We already just did like a quick pass over with the little blade tool thingy, and so we got it kind of lined up about halfway. We're gonna start cutting that, and then once we get through this first half, we're gonna start on this side. Probably gonna have to take this off to get it out of the way, but yeah, budget built. So here we go. Alright, so we started down there, but we decided to move it up on the table because we have way better light here. So far, we've got all the way almost to that halfway point, a little bit past it, and we're going to start moving up this way, but we're probably going to have to take this off first. So when that's done, we'll be right back.
So Cam's got this prep pretty good. About a 1/2 inch at least all the way around it. Good job, Cam. So that way when we weld to it, everything's nice and straight now. We cleaned it up, made some marks. So we get some nice butt welds on this thing. We gotta flip it over and do the other side. All right, Cam, so what's going on?
So we got everything all grinded down, even. We decided to go up a little bit further right here and get it more square for when we weld it. So we can have some nice angle down right here and then a flat across the front. And everything is prepped. Got it all sanded back for when we start welding it, but that'll probably be tomorrow because it's getting late here. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Alright, so we've got the stock modified subframe inside the car all mounted up to make sure it's not going to bend or anything when we start welding it. And now we're going to start cutting our pieces and tacking them together so we can start fitting it on the subframe. Alright, so we just bolted the subframe back in the car so we can temporarily spot weld these on here. So we got both sides on here, and for this side is where we're going to start. We have it clamped back here so we can get a nice tight spot for some welds. And then we already hammered in the corners on both sides. And then this heat zone right here, because we heated it up and then hammered it back so we can get it tight. And we're gonna tackle this gap, probably the same way, heat, and then get a couple spot welds on it. But yeah, and then we'll get this front part in here and weld it in, and then the subframe will be done, and then we can hopefully start putting the motor in the car. Alright, so this is how we're looking so far. We've got it pretty close here. We've got a few spots in here where we welded it up. We've cut it down on this side, so it started out looking like this, and now we've got it cut down. We're about to weld up right here, and then we're gonna start on this side, finish it up, and then we'll start working on this box, but that'll probably be tomorrow because it's late. But yeah, that's where we are so far. Demonetized. All right, so we got all the sides done besides this little front part that we're gonna finish when we do the front piece right here. Same on this side, but everything else all welded up and sealed up. So motor's gonna be sitting in the car soon.
All right, Cam, what do we got?
So we got the subframe in the car, and we're about to take these ears down right here, and then we've got our plate over there that we're gonna cut afterwards, and we're gonna mount it up in this space right here. Then it'll be pretty much done. We just gotta do mounts. And then the motor will be in the car.
Look at that big space for an engine. The LS over there. Huh? Well, daggone, that's an LS and a Miata. Well, it's getting close. Cam, where are we at?
Pretty much got the subframe all the way in there. It's done. Got the steering rack back on it. Put the steering shaft and everything in here just for now so we can mock up these motor mounts. Getting the driver's side done right now. Then we'll move on to the passenger side. And then after that, we're gonna get the steering wheel all the way put in so we know that that's good. Then we're gonna put the bell housing on the back of the motor, slide it back in there, see where we need to notch the tunnel and where, pull it back out, and we're not doing it the old fashioned way. We're just gonna bring out the sledgehammer and start beating it. So stay tuned for that.
Here's one side already mocked up to go right up on the edge of that subframe. Just got done with that one. That's why it's nice and bright blue right there. Needs to cool down. Cut that line off. And this headphone warning is what we're going to use for the firewall. What's up, Cam? We got a monumentous part right now, don't we?
Yeah, just got this driver's side mount done. We're gonna tack it up here in a second and then work on this passenger side. And we're gonna pull the subframe back out, weld it all the way up, and it should be good.
And all we did for that is just take the ears that came in, like so, bend them at an angle, and then cut it across. We already started on this side. So we cut it at an angle so when it sits in there on the subframe, it lays up against the angled area. What you looking at, Cam?
I was just looking at this passenger side mount that we just finished up before it gets tacked.
We just got to center up the motor. Make sure everything's perfectly even to where we want it. And she's getting welded in place. Where you going, Cam? Why are you walking away?
Looking for the 10 mil.
Why? What do we got to do?
It grew some legs and ran away. We're gonna just work on getting this modified right here. Doing the cut for the C5 intake I think I got.
Oh yeah, it's over here, isn't it? This lucky find over here.
With the SLP intake on it.
And we got the mounts put in. Well, tacked at least. I ran out of gas, so I had to stop there. But I got some pretty good solid tacks in here. So,
It's sturdy for
there we go. Homemade subframe right there. And we started just seeing how easy it was to start beating up the tunnel. But yeah, we're gonna cut this apart for that nice front intake out of a Corvette.
Could leave those on if you wanted to, but oh shoot. So I took the little shields off thinking that we needed to take them off, but we probably don't. But since there's this paint line right here, that's just where we're gonna cut it initially and see. Put up the little filter, see if it needs more space, and if it does, we'll cut it some more, and then we put the bell housing up on the block. So the next time when we put it in, after we notch the tunnel, we can see what more we need to hit out and all that.
All right, you want to do the honors?
So, yeah.
Dun 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 dun.
Oh god.
Gotta love Sawzall.
Motor's in my way, but well, that went through. I don't know if it hit anything on the way through, but
No, I think you're fine.
it's at an angle. A little bit of an angle.
We'll clean it up. What do you do? Bend it?
A little bit.
All right.
On to the next.
Chop off the other side. Watch it fall.
What?
It's gonna fall whenever you do it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Bye. Well, there we go. There, get there. Go ahead and go get the intake, and we'll see if that thing fits.
Probably not, but you know, we'll see.
Curiosity always kills the cat.
Doesn't look big enough.
That's what she said. Yeah, I think you definitely got a little bit more cutting to go.
Yeah, so we'll probably.
Yeah, you probably need to come to like right here on the curve on each side. Yeah, I'd say go right there.
Go
like
just right inside
right to
that-
the edge
right
of the
inside
bolt hole.
nut.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna cut that up and then I guess drill some holes in the top to get that centered, and we'll be back. What did you do?
I pulled the rear end.
Man.
A little bit different in here. It kind of looks the same.
Yeah. I've been lazy. Dude,
We're
everybody,
back on the grind.
they're all pissed off when we drop like 4 videos at once.
This gotta happen.
Hey, we have a visitor.
Hey.
So, this isn't even on the freaking how-to or nothing. They just pulled the subframe. Thanks for the how-to.
Pretty common knowledge. I mean, sorry guys, I'll definitely get it next time. But when we put it back up, I'll go over how to take it down, because it's pretty much the same thing in reverse, obviously.
3D printed some nice intake covers. Oh yeah, that's why I haven't got anything done. I've been playing with the 3D printer. But, oh, you got a transmission.
And
What's that? And I
got an 8.8 out of a SVT Cobra.
No, you did not.
I did.
Man. Oh, it's playtime.
Look, it's even got the little Ford badge on the side.
Ford. We're gonna turn that T5 into a neutral box.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, welcome back. So we finally got the subframe all the way in. Mounts finally welded up all the way around. We got the bracket in here bolted up, and we've got both the rear bolts here and back there on both sides lined up and in finally. So now what we're working on, and Michael over here, he's working on getting this T5 bolted up with that Muncie bell housing to the motor, so we can test clearances in the tunnel, mark what we gotta notch out, try and beat it out without having to do the typical cut you see around the firewall. So that's what we're doing right now. Keep you updated. All right, so we got everything bolted up. We don't have the throwout bearing in here yet, nothing like that. We're just bolting up for fitment initially. So we got it all set up here. We attempted to put it in first because we never notched the tunnel, so I put some lines on here where we gotta make some room because it wasn't really touching too bad. It was just stopping it from finally sitting down enough to sit on the plates here. So we got that marked, so we're gonna knock that out and then try to fit this in there again.
Do the do. What we got here?
Well, we tried to get it in there with just, you know, the typical sliding in while the subframe was all bolted up, but since we didn't do the typical transmission tunnel cut that everybody does, we kind of just hammered it out. So we're gonna try and put subframe on this, slide under the car and lift the whole complete subframe with the engine and bolt up the transmission.
It's a little ugly here, but it should be functional. You ready?
We're not going for pretty, we're going for fast.
Look at that. It's starting to get good with the 3D printer. Making some covers. All right, let's put it in. Hey Cam, get off your phone. Because we have monumentous things, because the motor and transmission are in. Get off your phone. So the T5, if anybody's wondering, it's almost lined up. We'll make it work though. Don't matter.
And we do have room for at least 2.5 inches.
Yeah, it's gonna be tight.
2.5
have to
exhaust.
Beat the crap out of the corner back here. Barely any room. Back here's got a lot more. So now in hindsight, I probably would have left the angle off of the subframe and went straight down instead of an angle on each side. That'll probably give a little bit more room, but yeah, she's in. You excited?
Oh yeah, super excited. Almost done.
Almost done. Yeah, right.